What's going on, everybody? John Stamper. We are here live in Chicago, and we are excited to put together what is a special episode of the Beyond the Operatory podcast. First and foremost, we just want to say, if you have subscribed to this podcast, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or Apple, we want to send you a big thank you. The Dental City team is super excited about putting this together. We've already had a lot of great feedback from the first couple of episodes, and you're in for a real treat as we finish 2026. So with the Dental City team being here in Chicago at the Midwinter, as you know, Dental City is partnered with a lot of great companies. That's what makes this family really strong. And so we wanted to take some time, spend a little bit of time with them at their booth, have them share maybe some things that you may not know as a dental practice, as well as what's new. So many of these great dental companies, as you know, they're always doing new things. And one of the things we also want to have them share is what is a great way for you, the dental practice, to be able to send feedback to them, learn more about what they're doing. So we're going to be spending time here today with a lot of those different companies. We're going to put together this special episode of Beyond the Operatory, which is live from Chicago Midwinter, so be sure to check it out. Again, if you like the podcast, we'd love to have you subscribe, whether you watch on YouTube, Apple, or Spotify. We're going to continue to be putting some great episodes together, all in an effort to help you grow your practice. Thanks, everybody. We know as dental practices, you always want to know what's new when it comes to new products and services. So we are very excited to be here at the NSK booth, which is one of the Dental City partners, with Derek. Derek, how's it going, man?
Good. Thanks for stopping by.
I love to be here. All right, so I have to tell you a funny story. So when I started in dentistry 20 years ago, NSK was new with Brasseler.
Right.
And we were at the Hinman meeting, and it was the first show that we launched these, and the cutting stations were like falling apart.
Yeah.
There was water leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Now we're in 2026. It's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's state of the art. I mean, even since I've been here, every year it seems like there's a new feature, or just, it looks better every year.
Yeah.
So they keep topping themselves.
I love it. All right, so for all the dental practices that are watching this, Derek, what is maybe a couple things that they don't know about NSK?
Well, I think one of the things that separates NSK, we're in that top tier of handpieces. When people think handpieces, we're usually I'd say top one, two, or three. I'd say the thing that really does separate us from the other companies in that top tier of the market is our worry-free warranty. And everyone offers a warranty, but the worry-free warranty, I mean, we've joked, you could run it over with your car by accident. And we'll repair it. We're not going to ask questions. We're not going to say, well, were you doing this? Did you do that? And then try to get out of it. Just send it in to us. We send it back to you. So it's that type of customer service that NSK gives the customer. Even things where it's like maybe it's a couple days out of warranty or a week. We're always going to do what's right to make the customer happy, and you don't always get that in this day and age.
A lot of cool products that are here during these shows, but there's a lot of buzz about 3D printing. And so as I was just speaking to Carmen here from DMG, this is not a fax machine, is it?
It is not.
Right? So for any dental practice that's still using fax machines, you should probably learn a little bit more about 3D printers, right?
Probably, yeah.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
All right, so I wanted to ask you, what is maybe one or two things that you have learned that dental practices don't quite yet know about 3D printers?
It is much easier to integrate than you may think about.
Okay.
And it is easy to learn. It is repetitious steps that anybody can learn and anybody in the team can implement and use. So really easy to implement. That would be the one thing that I would say, that it may be scary looking. It's not.
I think a lot of people aren't really familiar with us outside of Septicane and Lidocaine. I mean, those are our flagship products and what we sell the most of, but we're also we're really a research and development company. And we got into bioceramics about 25 years ago and launched our first one about 20 years ago, Biodentin. So we're the highest fill on the market of sodium or tricalcium silicate, which is the magic that makes anything bioceramic or bioactive. So on that, we piggyback that into a root canal sealer. A lot of root canal sealers out there that are bioceramic. Ours happens to have the highest fill, the tricalcium silicate. Just it's kind of a direct lineage. The more tricalcium silicate you have, the better result.
Yeah.
And then we get into things like Buffer Pro that's really a lot of buzz. I mean, this was a huge success in the first 8 months that we launched.
Yeah.
So this is a game changer for patients' comfort and doctors being able to get to work faster.
Yeah.
And then we get into the OraSoothe, which is we like to say a food-based medicament for any oral lesion in the mouth. And the reason we say food-based is FDA will let you synthesize all natural ingredients, and you can classify them that way. Doesn't mean they're all natural.
Yeah.
So those are things that people don't know a lot about when they come to the booth and learn and walk away with a different understanding. We're not just anesthesia.
I mean, Ansel's a 130-year-old company.
It's good. It's good to
130
know.
plus. So we've been around for a little while. Been doing gloves for a bit. We kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we're all about a clinical aspect that we can add to the clinicians. So we're all about hand health, both skin as well as muscular. So that's really what our focus is, in making sure that we provide a quality product.
So 3M decided in April of 2024 spin off all of their healthcare businesses. So that included dental, ortho, our medical surgical, health information, and new standalone privately or publicly traded company, and that's Solventum. But I think what people are familiar with is the big red 3M, right?
Yeah.
And a bunch of our products are still branded 3M. It's a transition over 2 years, but I think what everyone needs to know, dentists, office managers, assistants, hygienists, it's the same people, same products, same great quality service. We just have a new name.
Yeah.
We had a history with 3M of innovation, and that innovation still continues with Solventum. We have the fastest growing fluoride varnish treatment. It's water-based. Thing we continue to hear from hygienists, doctors, patients is just, it doesn't feel like that sticky rosin-based varnish that most other manufacturers have on the market today. So that's been a game changer for us. Extremely well received in the market. Other things that we're doing, industry leading in cements, composites. We've also opened up our orthodontic, a line of aligners, and our precision grip attachments to our dental community. And so we're excited to bring that to them as well.
While we're here at the Solventum booth, we actually ran into this gentleman, Matt, who's going to talk a little bit about some of the exciting things that he's doing with his company in partnership with Solventum and all that good stuff. So Matt, how you doing?
Doing great. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes. So like I said, we are a strategic partner. I'm the CEO and founder of BeSmile, board certified orthodontist, practiced for 9 years. And basically what we do is we address the gap in orthodontic access to care. So that's expertise, it's geographical limitations, and it's language limitations. So our software platform is a collaborative partnership for primarily GPs, but also we work with periodontists, pediatric dentists, oral surgeons, prosthodontists. And the whole goal is your patients want ortho, they need ortho, and you should be the point of care where they get access to it. And so instead of the traditional model of referring out, we like to say refer in the expertise. So we are that full digital board certified specialist. We help with implementation, training, all of your materials and your expertise so that your patients get the board level specialist quality of care in the place where they want it.
In case you have not heard, there is this new technology in dentistry. It goes by the words, or actually the letters of AI. Have you heard anything about AI, Kimball?
A little bit, yep.
In all seriousness, very excited to be here at the Pearl booth with Kimball Payne, who is the VP of Sales at Pearl. How's it going, man?
Going well, yeah. I love coming to this event every year. It's one of my favorites, and besides it being Chicago midwinter, it's a bad time to be in Chicago sometimes.
Yeah, but the weather's been nice actually, which has been kind of cool.
amazing,
I know,
yes.
I know, I love it. Can you talk a little bit about the feedback you're getting on how patients are not only accepting this, but excited, as crazy as it may sound, to now see what is going on in their mouth, which, as you know, has been a big mystery for many years. I mean, I always use the analogy of dentistry being like getting your car worked on, where if you don't trust your mechanic and they come out and they tell you what needs to be done, and you don't understand the engine, you could be a little bit leery. Dentistry was like that for many years. I think that's what's cool about this tech, but how is it shifting things on the patient side from what you guys hear?
No, and I think just this time of life, Dr. Kyle Stanley, he talked on a podcast recently where he said, you look at like our grandparents and everything was, hey, you trust authority figures. But now you look at patients today and a lot of them think they know more than the doctor, unfortunately, right?
Right.
And so there's that lack of trust.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that helps bridge that gap between the patient, what they're hearing, and then what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Now they can see it and understand it, and it's in accordance with what the doctor is saying. So it really just helps bridge that gap and immediately builds that trust.
Yeah.
Out of 10 people that come by that say, hey, we use Pearl, 10 out of 10 of them always say, we love it.
Yeah.
And they just want more of it. And so it's been cool. We've added a couple of new products as well that just it really enhance it and utilize the data that we're providing to make it that much better for them in the practice and utilize it a lot more frequently.
The best thing that we get to hear is that we've extended individuals' careers. So MSDs, musculoskeletal disorders, is so prevalent, especially with hygienists and assistants, that when we can provide them with an ergonomic solution, if they have carpal tunnel or anything else, that their glove's been pulling too much, this allows a little bit more freedom of movement and allows them to keep doing what they love for a little bit longer.
We come in peddling something and they immediately put up the defense, and it's, how much is it going to cost, and you go through packaging and all that. What they don't know is something like Ortho, you can actually bill insurance and get reimbursed. And if you don't give them something in the practice, they're going to go find something on their own, and those are dollars walking out your door.
Yeah.
You can bill insurance and you're not getting in the patient's pocket. It's, it's being reimbursed. So they learn things like that, and we learn things like that by visiting offices every day. A different way to approach more of a partnership, a win-win, not just a, hey, I'm here to sell something, please buy.
Yeah.
And at the show, it's the same kind of thing. Exactly.
The great thing about our team, we've got some new people on our team that have been here a year, but there's a ton of people that have been here for, myself, almost 25 years. Our reps, we've got seasoned reps that have been here for 30 years. So developing those relationships, learning from our clinicians, like how can we improve products, that feedback mechanism comes back into our teams, in our marketing, in our lab, our R&D teams, so that we can come out with, the new Clinpro Clear Fluoride treatment. We can come out with, the first 3D printed custom attachments for aligners. A lot of that starts with the connections we make with offices and saying, here's a problem I'm trying to solve. A question we always get is like, what's new?
Yeah.
Right? And that's the fun part for us, is we continually, we're extremely proud of our innovation pipeline. So we usually have something new every year. And to be able to talk to them about Clinpro Clear, talk to them about Clarity aligners, I think that's what helps separate us apart from other manufacturers.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the learning curves with a lot of these products? As you know, Jeff, as someone in the industry for many years, a dental practice can get used to using a particular product. They build it into their system. How have you all been able to help them bring in some of these newer ones when they can be, traditionally set in their ways?
Yeah, that's a great question. We were a victim of word of mouth, bad press years ago with Articane when it came to the States. And now more than ever, you have that same hurdle to clear with social media, because a lot of people believe you see it there, it really exists. And so what we've learned is through research and providing research to people, you can get a good message across. And like BioDent is one of the most researched products, or the most, in dental history, over 1,000 independent papers. So being able to convey proper information and good information to offices helps them better understand the products at a grassroots level, rather than that superficial layer you get in social media, or I heard from a colleague.
Yeah.
Well, how much did the colleague really, go into the weeds on the product?
I think especially if you have some team members in the practice that are excited about technology, they will embrace it a lot quicker too, and that implementation and those worries and those learning curves kind of go away because they get excited about it. And I'm like, oh, this is so easy, and it's technology, and it makes things easy because while this is printing, I can go do something else.
The main thing that we try and do is how can we exist in their current workflows? And if you're having to change behaviors, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So how do we exist within the current workflows? And that's where I think Pearl has done a great job of, and the number one thing I hear from offices is they say, it seems like Pearl was built by dentists for dentists.
Could you talk a little bit about the importance of maintenance when it comes to handpieces and the things that a practice can do, some of the lessons that they've learned over the years, whether it comes to their autoclave or just a lot of the experience that you all have and the data of how important it is to make sure that you're taking care of these. It's a big investment, right, for the practice. It's what they use every day. Talk a little bit about maintenance and how you all like to help the practices with that.
Yeah, I'd say that's the number one factor of how long of a life you get out of your handpieces. A doc always asks me, well, what's my life expectancy with this handpiece? And the first thing I say is that all comes down to maintenance.
Yeah.
It's how often are you oiling them? How are you oiling them? Just had a customer at the booth about a half hour ago, didn't even know that his handpieces were supposed to be oiled. So, I mean, you always run into something, but oiling and maintenance is the number one factor that determines whether you're going to get 2 or 3 years or 5 to 7 out of your handpieces. And there's the manual way of lubricating them, which is NSK Panaspray. Every brand has their brand of oil. Oiling them manually does just as well as oiling with a maintenance machine, which we have on the other end of the booth.
Yep.
It's just the maintenance machine kind of removes user error.
Yeah.
You know, someone could oil for, you know, just a split second.
Yep.
I've had people that have done that and think that they're oiling them. So it eliminates that.
Yeah.
It's getting done the same way each time with a maintenance machine. You can put multiple hand pieces on at one time, shut the door, walk away.
Yeah.
So you're saving time, but either way, you need to be oiling your hand pieces after each use. And it is, you know, if it's manually, I say like 3 to 5 seconds, and then oil the chuck where the burr goes in. If you're doing that, then heat sterilizing, you're doing the right thing. But you'd be, like I said, offices often don't even know the right way or how often, how frequently, all that kind of thing.
What are some of the ways that practices are really taking advantage of this tech?
It just brings you out to, you know, one thing is you can maximize your scanner, right? I mean, you have a scanner, outputs an STL, you can print something, right? So that's one. But it's going to be the next wave. Being able to print a crown, being able to print some dentures, you know, do everything in-house, maybe save some money there too, right?
Yeah.
So having a complete and maybe even someday treatments. So I think overall, having the ability to take step by step, start small, integrate one thing, learn it, go to the next thing that you want to kind of start printing again, and kind of seeing those efficiencies and seeing the wow factor in the patients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love when a clinician like yourselves makes that determination to kind of step into this new world of entrepreneurship and create your company. What's that been like?
It's been phenomenal, to be honest. I stopped practicing full time, about 2.5 years ago. Super, super scary, but I always love product development. I love hardware development, software development. And for me, it was just one of those things where I realized I think the talents that I had and my team had could go beyond the clinic chair, and we could really scale what's important, which is exceptional clinical care, beyond just what I was doing in practice. And so this gives me the opportunity to work with hundreds and hundreds of teams across North America and hopefully make a bigger impact.
What have you all learned on how to move the practices ahead that have not embraced AI yet? Like, what data have you guys got from all those that you have served to encourage them that are on the fence for a host of reasons?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot in our company, actually, of crossing the chasm. And what we've found is, for a lot of the offices, is we've passed that stage of like the early adopters. Now how do we move into that next phase? But it really is just getting a lot more proof points and showing evidence of offices using Pearl and using AI in general are better. And their per patient production, their case acceptance goes up, the accuracy in diagnosing all goes up. So it's been really positive, and now we have so much data to show across 5,000 plus offices that it is working.
How have you been able to take something like a glove that every dental practice uses and differentiate yourself?
Yeah, so one of our primary focuses is ergonomics. So all of the gloves, the majority of the gloves that we have out here are all ergonomically certified. So they've actually been clinically tested to reduce hand fatigue by about 30% or so.
Okay.
And so that's really what our primary focus is. We also have a couple that are more focused towards individuals with sensitive skin.
Okay.
But that's primarily what it is that we speak to.
Finally, could you let everybody know that's watching where they can learn more about all of you guys and all that good stuff?
Yeah, go to ansel.com. We've got a great website. We've got a glove fit finder on there as well. Any type of concerns that somebody might have, we've got a good directory as to what solutions we can offer.
DMGAmerica.com.
Okay.
You can have all our product pages there. We have our 3D printing systems. We have a complete system, you know, it printer, wash, cure, everything's validated. We have resins, we have software that is easily guided. It all can be found on the website. So that would be the place to go. We also have an education platform, dmgconnect.com, and that has all our education videos, how-to videos.
Okay.
And for practice, if you're looking to implement, having a partner that will retrain you, will answer your calls when something's not quite right, or somebody went on vacation and we need to kind of get a quick, you know, how to, we're there for them too when it comes to that. So that's important as well, that support.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Carmen. I appreciate it.
Sure.
I know the Dental City team really appreciates the partnership, and we're excited to see this technology continue to advance.
I agree. I hope so too.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.